everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to the April update. Yes, I can't believe April's almost been and gone already. I mean, where does the time go? I say this every month and you know, it's crackers, isn't it? Nearly May now, nearly May, so there we go. Hopefully the May update will be a bit sooner than this one, but we'll see. One of those, time does fly by. May's going to be a very busy month as well, by the way, but I'll get into that shortly. But before I do, thank you so much to the members, Sam Matson, Alan Lockhart, and of course Scotty. Thank you so much for your support, massively appreciated. It really is. Now, of course, I've got the other members who've been gifted the memberships, but clearly the old faithful who do it out off their own back to support the channel, obviously the ones I've got to thank, so thank you so much. If you want to become a member, basically links in the description. You click underneath the video, there's a join button and it says yes, basically click here to become a membership. And to be eligible for gifted memberships, you have to opt into it. I'm sure I'll put a video on how to do that now, somewhere on the screen, probably here, I think, here. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, do opt in. I do gift 10 memberships a month. People have won it multiple times. I hope to start giving more things to all members, such as more polls. I want to do some exclusive polls to what I should review, and also, as I say, every member does get access to an exclusive review every month as well. But the bronze members get access to all the backlog and fingers crossed about 4 exclusive reviews every month as well. Although it's been a bit hectic in April and it may all be the same, but I'm going to hopefully get back onto it, so please bear with me with that. I'm going to do my best, but it's been a busy month really. Just been that leads me to the first topic. It's just been a very busy month for me. I've been working ridiculous hours, very busy all the time. It's just been madness really, yeah. So unfortunately in a couple of weeks I've only managed to do 1 or 2 reviews or 1 or 2 uploads, which is, you know, usually I do 3 or 4 basically. So it's been a bit disappointing that, so I'm sorry for that. It's just been the way it's been really, but hopefully I'll get back on track soon. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just been really. I mean, I've been on a diet as well, so I felt like I've had a bit less energy than normal, and I've been trying to hit the gym more as well, which has tired me out and given me even less energy. So I've just been one of those really. So yeah, it's been pretty hectic, and I've been working 10 hours. If not more every day as well, so you know, yeah. So to be able to do a video on top of that, which takes about 2 hours, is just quite difficult, really, you know. But I've still been reviewing at the weekends generally, but just not managing to edit them and upload them. So, but hopefully I will get back on top of that. Unfortunately, the member videos, I think I'm about a week behind on those now, so I do apologise. I've got a good one. I've got all the basically I forgot what they're called now. Those spicy crisps that Walkers did recently. I forgot what the name of them is now. In 3 different types of Doritos. I think they're Max range, and also their sort of knick-knack equivalents, although they call them What's It's Extreme or something like that. And they've done like a spicy flavour for those. I thought it's called now, just probably Chili Heat or something like that. Just some generic heaty sounding name, spicy, ultra spicy, something like that. Anyway, so I've got basically I've reviewed all 3 at once. Yes, that's the member exclusive. It's coming up hopefully this week, actually, before May. So yeah, watch this space for that. It should be a good one, I think. Yeah, so I've got plenty of reviews coming up. As I say, loads of stuff to do. Hopefully I'll start catching up, as I say. Fingers crossed. And thanks so much to Alan and Egg as well for recommending the camel pie from McDonald's as well. I've reviewed that, probably up by now actually. I think this is Sunday as we're recording this. I think I'll publish it Sunday night, so this will probably come out on Monday, I think. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks so much, Alan, as an Egg, for suggesting that in the live in look back. So thank you so much. Yeah, so as I say, it's going to be a busy month in May as well. I might have alluded to that. Basically, I think I'm on holiday I'm visiting family for 1 weekend. I'm on holiday for another one. I think one other weekend I might be a bit busy, I'm not sure. So it's going to be a difficult one. There's basically, I think 2 lives are not going to happen on some of the weekends. I might be able to sort of say when that's happening, I might not. So hopefully you've watched this and realised. But I might try and publish something specifically saying no lives on these dates. But basically, yeah. So I think essentially the first weekend of May, I don't think there's not going to be a live, and I think the 3rd is not going to be a live either. So just because I'm away, basically, you know, at least not home for part of the weekend, or the Saturday. So yeah, going to be a difficult one, that one. So there we go. So as I say, there won't be lives for those 2 weekends. I think it's those 2 anyway. It might not be those ones, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's those ones, and possibly the last weekend as well. I might have something on as well. So, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be all right, but I'm not. It's touch and go for that one, I think. But there we go. Yeah, so there we are. So a very busy month, May basically, and April was it was an unanticipated busy month just because I've just had such a lot of work on at work. And I'll say this channel, you know, is I certainly don't earn a living from this channel. It cost me more. You know, it cost me more to run this channel than I get back from it. That's for sure. yeah, it's just one of those. So obviously, if you do want to become a member, or if you do want to, as I say, just do super thanks, something like that, it's massively appreciated. It's not only helps me out and keeps me inspired, things like this, but of course it helps the algorithm. YouTube's obviously interested in channels that provide it with more money, more interactions, more advertising capabilities, things like this. So obviously, you interact with the channel in any way, shape, or form really helps it out. And it is a small channel. It's clearly not one that's going to ever sort of be, well, it might be, you never know, but I doubt it. It's not going to be one that's ever going to be mainstream success, because it's just very specific, it's very detailed reviews, it doesn't have all loads of bells and whistles, things like this, it's basically, me being very thorough in my reviews, which isn't for everyone's taste. Some people just like to see people eat and then say, 10 out of 10 or something like that, but that's not my style, and it's not what I want to do, and this, that, and the other, so, yeah. But there we go. So obviously, it would be massively appreciated any support you can give. And if you are a member, I do try to give things back. As I say, I do want to give more, more involvement in the channel. And say more sort of, do some polls, things like this, and obviously exclusive reviews and things like that. So I'm trying my best really to give back as well for what people put into the channel for support. I don't want it to all be one way, but obviously, I need you to support me. Basically, is the gist of it, to get any benefit from doing those things. So thank you so much again for those people that do. As I say, Alan Lockhart, Sam Matson, and of course Scotty. So thank you so much. Yeah, massively appreciated. Yeah, so I guess it's now time for the viewer comments. Yes, let's see what we've got this month. Yeah, so I'll just go through. Basically, I've not written them down separately. I'm just going to go through them as we go. Let's have a look. So hopefully not be overlap from last month. I had quite a few from Ava Cameron this month, so thank you so much, Ava. Thank you for all the comments. Great to hear from you. But yes, so we'll go over some of those in a bit. Let's have a see. Just trying to find to the bottom. Got quite a few comments actually this month. Quite a few. Let's have a look. Yes, do get some quite amusing ones actually. Yeah, some people. It's quite funny really. Let's have a look. Well, of course, I did the melt. Yeah, Easter egg. That was one thing I did, didn't I, for the exclusive. Not exclusive. Well, for the major special Easter edition review last month, that melt London chocolates, and it obviously caused a lot of people were not, thought it was just ridiculous, really. Basically what was going on with that box. Yeah, so some people said you should be sending it back, send them an email and stuff like that. John B said this, for instance. It was all meant to be together, and it was just poorly packaged, or just not a quality product really. For what I paid for it, about £70, just ridiculous really. So yeah, so John and Skywalker both sort of said, Skywalker mentioned it could be damaged in transit. It could have been damaged in transit, as Skywalker's mentioned there, but I think basically I'm not so sure that it particularly was. I don't think it was damaged in transit, because I feel like it could have been shaken up a bit and this, that, and the other, but it looked to be completely fallen apart. I didn't see any evidence of it. You had all the segments, the wedges of the egg. I didn't see any evidence of them being particularly stuck to the centre. One bit seemed to have sort of snapped a bit as well, which looked to have sort of, I don't know, it didn't seem to have had any impact damage or anything. It's just as if it just been a weak product. It just seemed to be not very well put together. I don't know. It should be able to survive the transit, and it was packaged well enough as well. There was lots of packaging around it, as you saw when I opened it. I think it was all very well packaged. It was in a box within a box. I don't think it was damaged in transit. There was no impact damage on any of it. Obviously, it could be shaken and things like this, but I would expect it to survive that, especially when you imagine it to be packed together as well. And obviously, it's pretty much glued almost from the, a bit like a Terry's chocolate orange, Obviously, maybe it's not quite as strong, but either way, it was very disappointing, It was just disappointing, really. So, yeah. So, there we go. Yes, Scotty was away as always in various places, so he mentioned that. We had a bit of a chat about that. So yeah, hope you're having a great weekend this weekend, Scotty. I don't know if you've been away this weekend, but there we go. Now Alan was mentioning about it. Thoroughly enjoyed my Easter egg reviews. For Alan Lockhart, this is. Thank you so much, Alan. Yes, he said. But obviously, he just mentioned that basically a good idea to review these things, especially around this time of year, because most people are looking for them. And I think he's right. I've avoided doing Easter egg reviews previously, other than the special ones. But I think it is a good idea to do them. They're quite expensive, and it's difficult to review them. They're quite big, and this, that, and the other. But I think just getting them out there, doing what I can do, I think is definitely an idea. So I think I'm going to do them going forward. And I was actually very surprised. Thanks to Shori as well for recommending the Tony's Chocolate Lonely Easter egg. I really enjoyed that one actually. I really like that one. It didn't blow my socks off, but it was a nice egg, and it was the one actually of all the eggs I got. That was the one I actually polished off over time. I the other ones, it was just the nicest one. And although we're sure he didn't like the mini eggs you got with it, I actually quite liked them. I thought they were very varied and very nice, and I like those ones. Yeah, so there we go. I got Wish Happy Easter as well by well, I'm not sure who's the name of this person. Luke Chapman. Yes, thank you, Luke. Didn't it on your user ID just says user something or other. There you go. So I clicked on it, Luke. Yes, so thank you so much, Luke. That's very kind of you to say. And Han Tate, yes, got into saying yes. Basically, the Neapolitan Aero melts reminded of freeze dried ice cream. Very happy with that one actually. She or he. Yeah, but I think I would have liked them all. I think I mentioned always got started discussing about all three flavors when each chocolate, and I think that was the downfall of it for me. But there we go. Now I had Lorraine somebody 7 minutes looking at a box, she said. This was the Tony Chocolonely Milk, the chocolate Easter egg basically from Tony's. Well, I do, it always makes me laugh when people do this, like I'm forcing people to watch the review. Well, I'm not forcing you to watch the review, but also I clearly have timestamps in the bottom left. It clearly says the timestamps, and it has the, the YouTube time thing as well where you can skip to it. So you can skip to any point, you don't have to watch the first 7 minutes. It blows my mind, I don't get it, just don't watch it. Just skip forward. I mean, whenever I watch a YouTube video, if there's a bit I'm not interested in, I just skip to the bit I want, I skip forward. I don't understand why people can't seem to do that. And I've literally I even put timestamps in the bottom corner. Just think, what anyway, these people have the vote. I don't know, so I don't know. Honestly, it blows my mind. It's like, I mean, I understand that maybe some people just don't want to even think about it. Just, for whatever reason, I don't want to be too offensive, but they just don't want to think about having to take some action off their own back and expect the world to sort of do things for them. But I don't think it's unreasonable. I said, do my very best to put. I say, well, it's in this corner, isn't it? The timestamp down here. And YouTube obviously provides it as well in the bottom. And as I say, just skip forward. I don't understand it, but if you're not interested in the channel, just don't watch it as well. I don't force you to watch my channel. You're not paying me for anything. This is something I've given you for basically for free, or YouTube's obviously hosting this and obviously getting monetary value from it in some way or other. But as for me myself, I don't owe you anything, so so you don't like the content, just go away. You know what I mean? It's quite simple, really. Obviously, I prefer you to stay and watch it, but if you don't like it, don't tell me about it. Just don't watch it. I'm not forcing you to watch it. Don't get it, really. I've just never understood it. Just don't. Blows my mind, honestly, blows my mind. But there you go, people for you. Anyway, I have to remember these people possibly drive cars and possibly have their vote, presumably, and that's the worrying part, really. But anyway, that's another factor. There's definitely worse examples of people out there, I think. But it just blows my mind if you just for watching 7 minutes of something you don't want to watch. Why do it? Just don't do it. I don't get it. I've not got a gun to your head. Anyway, so there we go. It makes me laugh anyway. These people do get the odd comment like that every now and again. Anyway, there we go. All right. Yes. So Andy England has won 1967. Yes, talk about Cadbury Bourneville Mint. So he didn't like it actually. Yeah, didn't like it. Preferred the old Jamaica Cadbury Bournevilles basically. Basically, I remember a friend at work actually saying they like the old Jamaica ones. Well, it's not for me. Rum and raisin basically is the old Jamaica one. I don't know. I'm just not. I mean, I didn't dislike. Well, basically, I'm not really an alcohol fan. I'm not really a raisin fan. Some bars they work for me. But it's fair enough, Andy as he likes this one, but it wasn't a fan of the one. I really liked the Bourneville one actually. I really liked it. I thought it just worked very nicely. It was very nice. So I recommend that one. But obviously Andy was against it. But Andy recommends the old Jamaica one. Did he still do the old Jamaica one? I know in Cadbury Australia they have the old gold, which is their Bourneville equivalent, and they do the old Jamaica one. But I'm not seen in the UK for some time now. So maybe it was a limited edition one. It was about 6 years ago they brought it back, I think. I remember the guy at work, as I say, mentioned it. So there we go. Now Alan Lockhart got in touch saying we did about the and more reviews, the Cadbury and more reviews. They basically look a bit like the Big Taste ones. And Alan's saying I really like them. Yes, definitely. Was buying them again. But then a bit later on, he said he got sick of them. He had so many of them, he got sick of them. So I think he's gone off them again. There we go. There we are. But I don't know. I was a bit. Yeah, they just reminded me a bit of, I don't know, the sort of the reasonable, not amazing bars that have been going. The Big Taste ones I'm not a massive fan of. They also remind me a bit of the one of them, at least the hazelnut one. Was it the Camel Nut Crunch? Reminded me of the purple one bar from Nestle. And I wasn't a massive fan of that one either. But let me know if you've got back into them again. Maybe just needed a break. Nothing wrong with it. I say people have different tastes as well. I'm not some people say in the comments, "Oh, I really like this one," or "I didn't like this one." Like Andy before, with I really like the Bourneville mint one. Andy mentioned, "Oh, he didn't really like it. Thought it was disgusting." But it's people have different tastes. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. It's one of those. I can only give my opinion on it. It's not a definitive. This is a great bar, So I'm perfectly happy if people don't like ones I like, or vice versa. It's nice to hear from you. We all have different opinions, as I say, especially with tasting food and things like this. And George got in touch. Sorry for not managing to catch up on the live, but did leave a comment on Stash. So thank you so much, George. Yeah, George keeps winning extra memberships from the giftage. So he's had two in a row. I think a couple of people had two actually as well. I was thinking maybe only a few people had opted in on the channel, but they might have just been lucky. I'm not sure. The last time, a few different people did get some. Did win the membership. So some different people. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, George, you're very lucky, and the edits as well as another one. Sam Matson got in touch as well about Skittles having a soda equivalent. I've not seen that at all. Skittles soda. You can get a lot of imported stuff, a lot of the drinks, but I tend to avoid the drinks really, just because there's a whole other world of stuff, and I just don't. It's hard enough to have all the chocolate and things. So maybe one day I'll get into the drink side of the drink world. But I think for them, I've got to draw the line somewhere, So maybe at some point. And I come from Budget Sim as well, asking about, so he got some giant buttons from a Premier store. So it doesn't have the Cadbury logo on the, well, not logo, but the writing of Cadbury on the underside of the buttons. I wonder if they were fake. So yeah, let me know what you think of these ones, guys. I mean, I don't know, it seems a bit strange, that one. So I've not had them recently. I've got some to review. I've not reviewed them yet. But yeah, basically Cadbury's buttons, do they always have Cadbury written on the bottom? Because he was thinking, well, I got some from Premier and they didn't have the stamps, or are they fake ones? And it's unusual to see fake food products in the UK, so I imagine they're not, but it definitely seems a bit strange, that one. So yeah, let me know, anyone knows. It's an interesting one, that one. There we go. Right, yes, and Jack Williams, yes, a great review of the Galaxy Fudge. Thank you so much. And Poppy got in touch. Good to see you, Poppy. Yes, change the profile again. It's definitely into Roblox, and so I hope. How is it going with Roblox? Tell me when you can, Poppy. And let's see, corn syrup, everyone. Yeah, I got Chris 2127 got in touch about corn syrup, and Feastables Mr. Beast bar saying the ones in the US made with sugar, not corn syrup. I thought corn syrup was very much a US ingredient. There seems to be a thing in the UK, but you're saying the US ones aren't made with that. So let me know. Yeah, let me know. It's interesting on that one. There we go. Ava Cameron, yes, got in touch. Did a few comments. Preferred crumbly fudge when talking about the Galaxy Fudge one, which I agree. Did mention a few things about just some comparisons with bars as well. Me and Eve had a bit of a discussion. I was thinking some bars were quite similar to other ones. I don't know, it's a difficult one, isn't it, really? There are some similarities to some things, but I thought it was basically around the Ann Moore bars, but there might be some crossover with things like Kinder Buenos, things like this, but I didn't think so, basically. I'm not sure if Ava did particularly, but maybe just reminded her of those, but I'm not sure. We have to review the Fuse bar a few years back, actually, the Fuse bar, but just impressing, guys, just saying, like everything in 2024, everything's getting so small. The Fuse one was an Indian version of it, I think, and they do very small bars in India for whatever reason. So there we go, yeah. So it is a bit of one of them. So I think the Indian ones are a bit of an extreme example, but nonetheless, you are right. Things are getting smaller, and it's not going to change, unfortunately. Or they're just going to, well, basically, it's just a way of doing it without changing the price, isn't it? So there we go. Oh, yes, and Ava as well. We're talking about the Lindor bar and the orange version. I'm saying there is a blood orange one available, and whether it's exactly the same or not, I don't know. But that's one. If you, I think the orange one has disappeared in some respects. The blood orange one might be an alternative, but I don't think it's quite the same though. Basically, there we are. Someone asked me if I don't know, T Bland, I think, asked me if I was someone from OCD, obsessive chocolate disorder, I took that as, and I certainly do, yeah. And Reed One said, yes, a great video, thank you. Oh, that's Bronwyn, yes. Oh, thank you so much, Bronwyn. To talk about the incredible egg from Roundtree's, the randoms one. Yes, I really enjoyed it, and she was saddened by two of them, and I said, it was an interesting egg, that one. I think I would have preferred more of a fruity taste from the fruity inclusions of it, but it was still nice. I love the textures, very interesting. I love that sort of Easter egg. So it was definitely a good taste there, Bronwyn. Good taste there. All right, yeah, I created some creative bars, and Scotty was mentioning one of my Skittles, my custom Skittles chocolate bar. Scotty said he might have to do it himself, and yeah, I definitely recommend you to watch that video if you've not seen it, where I made my own. I didn't sort of go into the recipe of it. Basically, I just melted some chocolate Skittles into a mold. Very nice it was as well, actually. But I definitely think you need to have more Skittles to chocolate, I think. So, I did a deep bar version of it. Definitely want sort of 2 Skittles in each segment, really, I think. But I also did, later on, I did a thin mould with just 1 Skittle in. And that's definitely, got about right. That was lovely, that one, actually. Yeah. Definitely recommend. I might do another one of those at some point. And I think also for sure I'm going to look into some other, combinations of things, put some biscuits in and things like that, or sort of like a biscuit layer at the bottom, things like this. Yeah. I'm sure he said it was a unique product, and it definitely was. I think some people might be put off by Skittles in chocolate, but it really, really works. It really works. I really recommend it. Really recommend it. So I'm sure, if you're watching as well, I did watch that documentary you mentioned about the chocolate industry. It was a good one, actually. That Channel 4 Dispatches one. I think of it just history of. I think it was just various chocolate companies and this, that, and the other. And I think there was a crisp one as well. I can't remember which one Shuri particularly recommended, but I did watch them all. They were all very good, actually. Very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting ones. Now, someone mentioned, yes, I think Warlock Boy Burns, the orange ones are dank. Now, I don't know what this means. Could mean something very offensive, or it could be, I read it as dark, but I think he actually wrote dank. No idea what that means. Apologies for something offensive. I think you might mean they're not very nice. But I thought you said dark, and I replied saying dark. I don't know. But let me know what you think if that's a word. I'm not with the common parlance of the youth these days, unfortunately. So I need to, So I'm a bit behind on some of the comments now. So maybe we'll come to those next month, I think. But there we go. So interesting viewer comments. So always leave a comment, and we'll try to get. Well, I always do get back, really, to be honest with you. But I will always try. I can't guarantee it, but I always do my best. And so far, as far as I know, I typically have got back to people. So it's always great to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed those viewer comments bits. Some interesting ones, that's for sure. But it's always great to hear from you. And as I say, I always do my best to reply. All right, guys, take care. Have a great, hope you have a great rest of April, and I'll see you in May. Hopefully before that, of course, with my other reviews. All right, take care, guys. Bye for now. See ya.